they could. To me, and this for the last 3 or 4 years has been the big game in England. You know, Klopp and Guardiola, two unbelievable teams. To me, Liverpool toyed, a bit like Real Madrid did. Let's be honest, Real Madrid did it. Liverpool toyed with Man City today. They said, have your possession. We're in control of this game. And whenever Liverpool wanted to get it in, and Jones making runs, or Stevie said, Szoboszlai dropping deep, or Salah's threat in behind, whatever it was, they picked and chose whenever they wanted to go and attack this City team. It was very measured.
Very measured and majestic as well, says Craig. Frank, do you agree?
I do agree. Everything was perfect. Everything was spot on. I mean, I'm going to say something against Mr. Slot, because he said nobody saw us in that position. Yes, I saw them. I was lucky, but I predicted them to win the Premier League. But I never thought they would be that perfect. Yeah, we were expecting to see them.
Stop!
Yeah, well, you know what? But I'm right. For once, I have to say, no. I said, and before the beginning, that Liverpool would win, because there was, I mean, the era of Manchester United has been proven over, and I love that the fact that the way I see football has finally won against the way that Guardiola sees football, and the era of possession to be annoyed and bored about watching a game, where, in contrary, with Mr. Klopp, but now with Mr. Slot, we see vertical football, fast reaction, efficiency, and not possession. It's what I like. And Arno Slot has been majestic everywhere. I mean, the tactic today, the personnel that he used today to win, the set pieces, the corner kick that when Salah scored, everything was potent. Everything was perfect, and he showed that the era of success from Guardiola is over, and now we are starting a new era where football has to be rethought.
It was interesting, the John Szoboszlai selection in terms of where they played. Yeah. He's clearly looked at this back four of City, and particularly, my back's gone, particularly those centre backs, and whoever it was. I mean, we weren't expecting it to be Ake and Kusanov. Obviously, Diaz was, I believe, dropped. But he's thinking, whoever plays there, if those two guys, you know, Szoboszlai and Curtis Jones, they won't play up top, they'll drop off. One of those centre-halves will get sucked in. And when they get sucked in, Liverpool will pick them off in behind from a Salah run or whoever it was, Diaz making a diagonal run. And if they don't get sucked in, then they'll have extra bodies in midfield. So he played a blinder in that one. He knew what the weak spot was. The weak spot was the midfield and the centre-half positions, or the back four. And he played two guys in there that was a real head-scratcher for the City midfield and the City backline, because where do we go with these guys? Do we step in? Do we not? Which one is dropping off? And it really confused them, and it worked really, really well.
In a lot of ways, we should have seen this coming, though, because if you look at City, the two biggest problems they have, clearly on the defensive side, when teams get at them quickly, they have no idea how to deal with it. Absolutely none. And the City we see today is a team that going forward has no change of gear. It's one paced, and they're so caught up with the possession that they end up letting, regardless of whether it's Liverpool or anybody else right now, they let them get back into positions to defend. And so when you've no change of pace, you're getting nowhere. The opposition can get bodies in front of you, and then when you cough the ball up, bang, you're getting at a back line that doesn't defend together and leaves holes all over the place. And it was two, it could have been and should have been more.
If you look at the stats, you pick up a newspaper, I don't know if you pick up newspapers now, or you open social media, if you're a bit of a stat nerd and you go, oh, City played well, maybe Liverpool were a bit lucky. That is not, tell me, not the story of this game.
I mean, again, if you're the stats guy, City had more shots on target than Liverpool. And I don't remember Alisson making a save. That's how blunt they were and how good Liverpool were defensively.
Frank?
Yeah, I just want to have a word on Salah. I mean, remember, like 3-4 years ago when he was fighting for top scorer against Sadio Mane or with or against Sadio Mane. They were both a little bit selfish. We saw some arguments and everything. Salah has been so clever. Reminds me of Ronaldo when he got aged a little bit and a little bit older, and he changed his game, became more a striker, a scorer. Salah understood that alone he wouldn't do everything, but he could do both of them, scoring and assisting players, because of his cleverness and his attitude. And it's what he's doing this season. His action when he gave the ball to Szoboszlai 4 years ago, I could have bet with you that he would have tried to shoot. He changed his football. He became very clever, smarter, and we can see the efficiency of his acts, and that's simply amazing. And I have a word. Can I have some sympathy for Guardiola in a week to fight against Mbappe and Salah? that's not a hard. That's not a very good time for him.
Sorry, just to go back to Liverpool. I mean, there's people watching going, oh, you're going a bit over the top in Liverpool. They're the best team in Europe at the moment. They might not win the Champions League. So, I mean, Real Madrid might beat them, or PSG might somehow beat them. But from back to front, they're the most organised and dangerous team in Europe. They can do both sides of the game, can't they? There's no doubt about that. Now, that doesn't mean you're going to win everything.
Any which way you want to play against them, they can stand up to you regardless of
which I'm not sure you could have said, as good as the Klopp era was, and listen, he had his success, but it was a different way. Same players pretty much as last year, but it's a different way of doing it, and there's definitely more control. There's definitely more or less worry when they don't have the ball to get it back. There's no, unless they're losing a game, they'll just go and press. But when they're in control of a game, it looks to me as Slot on the touchline is saying, listen, I'm okay for you guys to get back in a decent shape. I'm okay for Mo Salah to look a bit disinterested on that right-hand side, because when they win it back, they'll just pop it over the top and they'll get up and support in their away. So at the moment, there's not a better side all round in Europe. Again, that doesn't mean that they're going to win the Champions League and all that, because you can have a bad day. Go on, Frank.
Craig and Stevie, I think, yeah, we had a perfect game from Liverpool, but we shouldn't get carried away. I mean, the last 3 games of Liverpool haven't been as good as we have seen today. I mean, there were some kind of sloppiness at some point, and we saw that, and Stevie alluded it, and we were worried about how Liverpool was going. It's where I feel they're very good, is because they can react on the top game, on the very important game, they're there. But I think we should, let's step back a little bit, because we don't know what's going to happen. I think they're going to win the Premier League. But lately, the 3 last games that they had before that one, they weren't that very good.
Everton, Wolves, Villa. But can you say that's a good response then after those?
There's only one problem that you, if you're going up against Liverpool, the only place that you can look at Liverpool and say we need to exploit that is what City tried to do today.